Off if you want.
Ooh. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Welcome out, y'all. This is live Renegade Culture.
Sad Renegade Culture's in the building. Episode, what is this?
102?
102. 102 episodes. And they ain't even banished yet. Matter of fact, we ain't decrease, we increase.
Yeah.
We don't die, we multiply.
Word.
You know, tonight, we got the ear doctor sitting next to me. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? This cat right here, man. He chilling. He got some of that deodorant straight from Ghana. All natural. But anyway, we're gonna rock with him.
So I got some of that baking soda. You remember?
Oh yeah, okay.
Baking soda under your arm?
It's bacon. It sounds like you.
It smelled like bacon and soda.
Yeah. Anyway,
we
welcome to Renegade Culture, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to have y'all on board. Tonight we're gonna have this old Black Power Media invasion.
Yeah.
Tonight we're gonna be talking about what the necessity of Black Power Media, because we know a lot of you folks been asking what's Black Power Media is what Black Power Media is about. So we're gonna get into the meat of the thing soon. We have Luke Mar Nation in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got my man, Dr. Jared Ball. Jared Ball been on the show more than Kamal. You know what I mean?
Speaking of,
he's somewhere in the waiting room.
Yeah.
We have Sundiata, brother Sundiata, be in the building tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be rocking. This is our first live Renegade Culture show.
Word.
For those of you that don't know.
And we up in here.
If you're in the chat room, holler at us. Let us know you're here. Word. So it's gonna be a dope show. We're gonna do this quick intro, and we're gonna get down in a few takes.
All right.
Renegade Culture.
My text when come out.
You need to
get one of them.
Mute.
Huh?
Muted?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. You see who's in the chat room over there? No comments over there to the side, to the top, right? Okay. What's happening, y'all?
Give them shout out.
People in the place to be. We see who's that? Armando in the building. Dorian. Leah Boggs, what's happening? We see you. Marion Anderson. True indeed. Yep. I'm in Atlanta tonight, and it is 70 degrees. 70 degrees with the Scully. Somebody commented on the Scully and whatnot. You know I gotta keep it. I'm so motherfucking cool. I gotta throw my Scully on.
You don't want to show his edges.
Oh, I got him showing his tonight. Okay. Shout out to Marcus, Miriam Francis, 235 Worldwide. What's good? 235 Worldwide. Hey, yo, salute on that Patreon, 235 Worldwide. Also, Leah Boggs. and anybody else who we forgot.
All right. We about to go ahead and get this party started.
You think they ready?
I think they're ready.
Are we gonna start with the official Renegade Culture?
You already
intro,
know this. Let's do it like this then.
Okay. Watch this, y'all. False alarm.
Here we go.
Here we go. One time for your mind.
Renegade, on top, renegade, on top, renegade, never been afraid of the brain, on top,
Yeah, Renegade Coaches in the building.
All right.
I am Kalonji Jamachanga alongside
the ear doctor. And why am I over here? Where's
dude? Listen, man. I've been for the last 10 minutes. I've been like, damn. I knew Kamal was ugly, but tonight this motherfucker exceptionally ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go.
I agree with you, son. I agree with you. I agree with you. He's exceptionally ugly tonight.
Yeah,
he got that nice man beard on.
Okay,
got some hair on his head. You know what I'm saying?
Got
the Kamal.
Got the Dougie going.
Okay. Hey man, come out, man. I don't know where you at, man. You got me sitting next to this dude right here, man. It's a very horrible experience. It's bad enough sitting next to you.
Why has he got the satin sheets in the background? I don't quite understand.
I'm confused. I came in here, man. I'm like, what's going on, man? Where we at?
Hey, we at Ray's boom boom room.
Look here, man. Look here, man. You'll slide your ass over.
Yo, we got to shout out everybody in the building. We know Minister Server. What's good, Minister Server?
Minister Server's in the building.
A piece of much love to the people.
Okay.
Live.
Okay. We got Jai the intern in the building. Jai the intern knocked the fuck out.
Jai is over there.
Is he smoking in the corner?
Not on the cut. Look like a dope fiend in Harlem. Wet your ass up.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about to go down. Renegade Culture is our first live broadcast, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not our first live. We've done live shows before, but it's our first live on Black Power Media.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's really
there
dope.
You go with that Wakanda shit.
That Wakanda shit.
God damn.
Anyway, what's good, man? Come on, man. You in parts unknown right now?
Yeah, my bad. I'm out in Florida with the family, so it is parts known. You know what I'm saying? Gator territory. I had to wrestle a snake today. There was a snake that came near my kids. I had to take it down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I'm sorry. Like, excuse me.
You said you wrestled Sean who?
No. He is a snake. That's true, yo. Yeah. I've been fighting on social media the last couple of days. I know we're gonna have a program coming up on ADOS. So these fools been talking some illogical, crazy shit, and I don't mind saying it. So, ADOS. Yeah, ADOS.
Well,
ADOS.
I never.
But I'm all good. Everything is good for us, man. I'm so happy to be down with the live broadcast. Like we Zoom. What happened?
Anyway, go ahead.
Hate you. But no, that's it. I'm good, man. I'm ready to get started.
Okay, let's go. Shout out to James Thompson. Checking us out right quick. Nyambi, what's happening? Willie Jamal. My man said he came with two names, Willie and Jamal. Willie Jamal, shout out to you. Anyway, Renegade Culture, we in the building. We about to bring our guests on. We are live.
Yeah, we live and direct.
Where
we right here at CMB.
We at CMB.
That's right.
Okay.
We at Community Movement Builders right now. We over here feeding the people at the same time feeding the people.
Now, I ain't mean for this dude to tell folks exactly where we was at this particular moment. However, I thought this slow motherfucker right now. You gonna mess around and get somebody ass pop when I walk out this door. Oh, yeah, we not here. Anyway.
No popping up in the house, B. That's the community house. No popping.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Okay. Why his ass in Miami?
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Tell us about the show. We got a live show. What we going to talk about?
Yes. Black Power Media. We want to bring the guests on real quick because of the fact that they're really not guests, they family. Tonight, we want to talk about Black Power Media. It's a new venture that we have with a whole bunch of dope podcasters. And we are honored to be in the midst with these people. And we just gonna bring them in and let them introduce.
Not yet. Matter of fact, we got on one of your peoples that transitions. Let's give him a shout out.
Shout out to my man Big Haroon down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? For folks that know My man Haroon, aka the Gentle Giant, 7 foot tall, close to 400 pounds. We've been organizing with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? Dope young cat, man. You know, it's kind of painful to hear that my man, it ain't kind of painful, it's painful to hear my man transition. He did a lot of work out in this community in the Atlanta area. I'm gonna go on record and say that he did one of the things he started in the Bluffs. Bluffs is a part of a little section in Atlanta in the hood. One of the pieces that he started was a quote unquote gang walk, a gang march, a rally for peace. You know what I'm saying? And out of his consistent work, that's where the Nation of Islam's 10,000 Fearless grew out of. You know what I'm saying? It was coming out to his joint, and then that became, you know, a part of that. It moved on, it morphed into that. Now some people might disagree with me, but I was there. But anyway, shout out to my man Haroon, you know what I mean? Because he put in that soldier work, and we love and miss you. The Street Groomers, all of his family at the West End Masjid, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep banging for you.
But yo, before we bring everybody on, we're gonna get into our quick section of Black Story, which is when we give the history of one of our leaders.
Hold on one second. Come out. You see how this shit work? Your ass, this dude, he keep cutting me off talking about some other shit that we weren't even planning on doing right now because they ain't got. Since he want to be the producer tonight, we're gonna let him fly. Go ahead and
somebody got to keep you from being long-winded, and that would be me. So with that said, before we bring in our guests, we're going to get into this Black Story on one of our most loved and beloved political prisoners. Goes by the name of Assata. Here we go.
Well, she's in exile, but yes, no doubt.
Just hear me. Yo, the Black Story. Assata Shakur, formerly known as Joanne Chesimard, is a Black Panther, Black Liberation Army leader as well. She was unjustly convicted of a murder of a New Jersey state trooper back in 1973. She was sentenced in 1977, was liberated by her comrades and was on the run, and she gained political asylum in Cuba in 1984, and she's been doing the freedom fighter work since then, since 1984. Now, down in Cuba, since that time, every U.S. president has tried to get her extradited back to this country. But the deputy chairman down there said, hands off Assata, we will never bring her back. In fact, your President Obama added an extra $1 million bounty on her head to bring her back here, even though she hasn't been in this country since like 1979 and some stuff. So if you want to find out more about Mama Assata, make sure you go read her best-selling autobiography, Assata, Renegade Culture, Black Story. Word.
Okay, there was Minister Server, you know what I'm saying, coming with his Black Story. You know, he came with Assata. It was pretty good, Minister Server. Shout out to Server. He wasn't too late today. You know what I'm saying? He's only 40 minutes late.
Never
you know
late,
what I mean?
always on time.
No doubt. Well, at least he's woke. We got my man Jai over there still nodding on the cut. It's all good. Anyway, we want to get started with Black Power Media Friend. We want to bring him in one at a time. We got my man Dr. Jared Ball. His show is I Mix What I Like. Dr. Jared Ball.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's up?
Hey, man, we trying to be as cool as you. We got 2 bald head brothers and 3 light-skinned cats on the show tonight.
Watch yourself, bro. You surrounded.
I know.
They just in the house.
You got my back?
I got you.
Service said he got my back. Okay. I'm ready for this ass whooping. I feel like I'm with Daruba tonight. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Anyway, first of all, we getting started. Renegade Culture. Dr. Jared Ball has been the only guest that's been on the show for the amount of times he's been on. How many episodes you been on, Dr. Jared Ball?
I don't know, man, but I do want the record. 5.
You got the record.
That feels.
You got the record?
This may be 6. He's got the record.
Well, right
Look,
now,
man, it's an honor because straight up, the reason I wanted us to team up is because this is my favorite podcast. So I was like,
no doubt.
How can I make it even tighter? Like, so. That's anyway. So yeah. I hope I have the record. I do. I said last time I want the Tom Hanks SNL prize for Renegade Culture appearances.
Well, we don't get no white boy awards on here. We got to give you the Yaphet Kotto Idi Amin Award. How about that?
All right. So we could. I don't want the Edie Amin award.
think
Man, I've
nobody-
been on here for like 30 seconds and you violated like so many different things already. This is crazy.
He
It's like,
violated
yo,
the hat he was tonight. Right, got that hat on. I was like, what's the
Hey,
violation?
listen. Hey, look, y'all. Hey, I'm just talking trash. You know what I'm saying? All the comments. If I mention anybody, they comrades, except for Sean King, but everybody else we rock with. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Dr. Jared Ball, this is episode number 6. Jared loved it so much. He said, look, man, we're gonna put together a whole network.
Well, first, the point of fact, like it is interesting that I have had this idea and fantasy of building something like this for a long time, but you all ones that put this in motion. So I'm just very happy that you did, and I'm very happy that it's happening. And yeah. So I mean, for me, it satisfies a lot of different personal project plans that I've had for a long time. But you all put it in motion, man, and you all built something with Renegade Culture that is I mean, again, like I keep saying, the ideal mix of culture, politics, humor. I mean, it's so anyway, this is dope. I'm very excited about this project.
We appreciate that. Come on over there sitting silent like he
a guest
or something.
You know what I
But
mean?
nah, my man, unlike you, I don't speak over our guests when they
Oh!
I like to let them finish a couple of sentences.
Okay, that's
I
rare.
was gonna also say, our show was so dope that you got a former president and a rock and roll dude, Bruce Springsteen and Obama, still in our name, calling their show Renegades. You know what I'm saying? That's how good we are. They're gonna try to steal Renegade. How you gonna be the most moderate, mainstream, neoliberal possible and call yourself a renegade?
That shit was real lame. Yeah.
I mean, didn't McCain call himself a renegade? So they figure if he could do it.
Yeah, he was crushed as hell. He called himself renegade. I mean, like,
the Maverick. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That's right. That's right.
Well, anyway, fuck McCain and Obama. Anyway, moving right along. So come on, man. You can jump in whenever you want to. I don't want to cut you off.
No, that's good. I'm glad you won't. But I was going to, Brother Jared, so, I mean, we talked about this when we first sort of introduced it, but maybe explain for folks a little bit about why the concept of Black Power Media is so important, right? Like, what is it that you feel like we're trying to create by teaming together and do this Black Power Media thing?
Well, for me, I mean, again, when you look at the media landscape, to me, it's pretty clear there's plenty of stuff being produced, but not a lot of it is organized. Not a lot of it is collectively arrayed. And I think too much of it loses its impact by not trying to do what we're trying to do, which is to recreate a Black public sphere. Where again, we don't all have to agree, but across this sort of Black radical or left of whatever, left of everything really, radical traditions, like we need to have a different set of conversations and production of news and media and people in the space to bounce ideas off of with and eventually get offline and organize. So that's how I've always seen it. And when I see some others doing something like this in other communities, with different politics and having an effect in a way of echoing beyond their individual platforms, I'm thinking, man, we have to at least try to do it. And then again, I really do love the model that we're developing. And I get it. Some of us are in differently privileged positions, so we don't depend on this for our sole income. But the idea that we're trying to collectively share revenue and try to build out a platform and get more people involved, and we have ways of checks and balancing or whatever, tendencies might arise as these ever. I mean, I think this is just, so anyway, and then lastly, I just have always really liked the idea of communal, collective, organized effort. We cannot, this individual stuff is just uncomfortable. It doesn't work. So this is way better. I just love it. So I love it. That's in short what I'm thinking about in terms of, BPM.
We definitely are honored to have you on board, along with other guests. Kamau and I, we also, right before this, maybe 3 years ago, we started the Siafu movement. Siafu movement is a collective of organizations. One of the things we talk about is organizing organizations. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have so many folks that are trying to just win the hearts and the minds of the people, quote unquote, opposed to collectively working with other individuals. You know what I mean? So the one thing we pride ourselves on is being in the community. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what we wanted to track with you all, because of the fact that we know that you all work outside, not just on the camera and the microphone, but in the community. So salute to you all. We want to bring in more guests. We got Luke Mon Nation in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
what's up?
Am I because I've been rehearsing this for a long time.
Seriously?
Yeah, can I do it? I just
All right, go ahead.
All right. Next, what I like.
He did it beautifully too.
Well done. Run that back so we can loop it for the remix of the joint.
Hey, wait. Only problem we got with that is he on the wrong show.
I tell you this, man. Jared been running, man. Look, when we've been having that 24-hour loop, I said every time I turn on, man, I said Jared's on there, man. I said, man, he working this channel like a Jamaican, man.
He got all the jobs in mind.
Yep.
He got 15 jobs on Black Power Media.
Yep.
See,
Put the thing right there, man. Put the thing right there.
we knew we shouldn't have invited you on here.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
Too late now.
The door's open. They got their foot in the building. It's a wrap.
So Jared, since you paid them to do your intro, can you introduce them to the people and tell the people who these folks are?
Well, you know, Abdus and Jackie, Luke Mon Nation. Like for me, I've been watching their work for a long time, and we've crossed paths and overlapped in different spaces a number of times at different times. And they, the divinely melanated couple that brings so much, Pan-African brilliance and analysis. So whether it's Jackie's work in various other outlets where I've seen or them together on their platform, it's just been great, and I've been watching for a long time. So I just figured, again, when we started putting this together, they were at the top of the list of people to reach out to, and I loved Baba Lukman, your response in particular. When I we got on the call to talk about the idea, your reaction was exactly what I would be hoping for in terms of you saying this is what you had in mind. You all were on the same page. You were like, before I could even finish the pitch, they were like, yeah, let's go. And it felt like that vibe. You talk about Kalanji in the street. That's how it felt. Like before you can even tell somebody, we got to go get, they're like, all right, let's like already in the car. Like, tell me on the way. Like, you give me the details on the way. I don't, you call. That's all I need to know. And it felt that. So I was like that anyway. So just like with some others that we've reached out to and that we'll be building with in the future, I'm sure the Luke Mons, were again a very welcomed addition to this crew. I've been doing this work for a long time, and so anyway, and then for me, they're right up the street in the nation's capital, the belly of the beast. So it's just a beautiful thing, man. Anyway, so I'm very happy that they're on board, and anybody that just watches any of their work will see exactly what the deal is. So
that's what's up. Luke Mon Nation, tell us about Luke Mon Nation.
Wow, I mean that's like a crazy like ringing endorsement, because usually whenever we have been involved in whatever media stuff we've been involved in, I run it by him, because I'm the reticent one. I'm the suspicious one. I don't trust anybody. I think everything is like a plot, and I think I'm that it's not real, and he's much better at dealing with that type of thing, and really just kind of he has a really good sense of people and that kind of thing. So it was really wild that when Jared called, when we talked to you, and I told him about what Jared's offer, and he was like, "Oh, word? Oh, okay, we're gonna do that." I'm like, "But I haven't even told you what it is." He's like, "I don't care. It's Jared Ball. We're gonna do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I mean, so for us working with you folks and Kamal, I've interviewed you a couple times on the Real News Network, and same thing. With you, Jared, we've had you on By Any Means Necessary. All this stuff happened to us. Like it wasn't by accident. We got together because we both have the same passions. We're both internationalists. We're both Pan-Africanists. Yep. We met like 8 years ago at a Christian singles conference that neither one of us wanted to be at.
After I sparked this split from ask y'all about
like what?
Yeah, and it was just like, and just when we found out that we had the same like perspective on a lot of things, we were like, oh well, you know, maybe these aren't, you know, I'm thinking, well, maybe he's not a terrible person after all, you know. He's thinking about me, well, maybe she's worth, you know, spending a little bit of time with. So, you know, we get together and we spend Sundays like watching political shows and shooting down all the bullshit with each other.
We can't. People don't even want us to come around to watch a movie because we're
like, no, that's imperialism right there. That's why. That's the transformer imperialism DOD bullshit. Yep. And they're like, no, this is the last time you coming over to watch a movie with us.
I mean, it's a Disney movie for my child. Why are you my 5-year-old?
Is the fact that
I was like, y'all are commenting on like the Bambi movie saying that shit. It's like, this is imperialism.
Right, exactly.
Environmental justice for Bambi and the deers.
I mean, man, we can't watch any movie without, just breaking it down like that. Yeah. But what I wanted to add is also, when we did Jared Finally Spoke, I shared your vision. You know, like I said, I shared the vision. When you said, I was like, man, look, I ain't even got to hear nothing else. Because I said, when we first got into it, you know, neither one of us having a background in this thing. I mean, we stumbled, we tripped, we bumped our heads and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when we first started this, like several years ago, we ain't had nobody listening to us. And, you know, and we started off on Blog Talk. And, you know, and I'm still proud of some of them shows we did. And when the Freddie Gray rebellion was happening, we went up there. And that's how, you know, we got baptized in that. So we went up there and we didn't know what we had, man. We just said, well, look, we both feel passionate about this. Let's just, you know, because we got tired of just keeping it up inside of us. So then, I mean, man, even our own families, man, them motherfuckers, they wouldn't even, they wouldn't even support us, man, right? And so we sitting up here, man, and, you know, you look at the thing, they like, oh man, you know, then they would mock us, talking about, oh, y'all still doing y'all little thing.
Y'all still doing that little thing y'all do. Right.
But I told her to stick with it. I said, we're going to stick with it regardless if nobody listened to us. I said, because I said, first of all, we love doing it. And then so when you, Jared, said what the vision was going to be, I'm a visionary too. And I was like, man, I feel him on this. Because I was telling her, I'm like, man, the hell with Jink and the Young Turks and all of them, man. I said, man, look, I said, yo, we going to be that horse that they looking back and we coming up on their ass, man. I said, Black Power Media. And you know, and to dispel the myth that Black people can't work together. Saying that's the thing. So we was like, man, so when I come on this channel, man, and I see and I watch all of y'all, man, it bring pride to me, man, because I said, man, here we are dispelling all of the myths, all of the lies and stuff that we've been told that Black folks can't get together, they can't cooperate with nothing, we can't build nothing, you know. So, hey, man, look, we and the fact that we here on the ground floor too. So I want to be low. When we get big enough, BPM, and y'all start sending people around the world to do that correspondence shit. Look, I want to be there.
You know,
I want to be there when.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, your name Luke Mon.
Yeah,
you your ass nowhere.
I was like, you know, you gotta send bail money if you send us anywhere.
Might not make it back.
We're gonna send Kamal to represent you, and just know your ass ain't gonna never get out.
Got in-house legal representation.
That's right.
But that's good because I definitely want us to cover everything as much as possible in the African world and beyond. But you know, starting there, of course. But and I don't want to go anywhere anymore. So I'm good. Like I love that you know, yeah, I'm good. So that'd be great. That would be great.
Speaking of good, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, the cool thing is that, you know, like we don't have what a lot of people consider like a formal education. we're just really crazy curious about things. Interested.
I mean, I still sign my name in the X.
Would you stop? I'll have people thinking that I mistreat you and don't let you out and stuff.
I don't know. I saw a post you put up about him bringing some turkey bologna or something.
He had to doctor that shit up, because you can't bring fake bologna in this house with me. And
oh wow.
And I'm sorry. It's either bologna
right.
or
that's right. So in other words, don't y'all won't be watching no Dr. Sebi videos in your house.
Dr. Sebi can't tell us nothing.
That's the power of Dr. Sebi, but
no, sorry, no. But see, I was good, and I gave him a break, because he did make me he doctored it up and made me a delicious turkey bologna sandwich. But he doctored it up so that it was tasty. So I reciprocated, and I roasted him some okra, which I hate.
Okay, now I want to
see if we can talk. So
yeah.
Okay. We're gonna talk about y'all bologna sandwich later. We got another podcaster up here. Sweet. Before we go to him, we have shout out to Dr. CBS, Sharice Burden Stelly. She couldn't make it here tonight. But what was that?
Where's she at?
I don't know. She said something.
She'll get fined for missing the podcast.
She said something about it was too many light skinned people at one time. She's going to bow to the next trip. I don't know what that meant. But anyway, the name of her show is what, Jared?
The Last Dope Intellectual, and it will air on this channel Fridays at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time, right after Luke My Nation.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty dope lineup. And this next one from CBS, we just uploaded, finished the editing. That joint, I'm telling you, I mean, we're all in all sincerity, it's the best one so far. The three already have been fire, but this one, she's going to another level with this one, and I mean, it's gonna be off the hook. I cannot wait for it to air. So, and to ease that suffering, I get to sit and chill and watch Luke My Nation, and get all that goodness, and then before you know it, anyway. So I mean, so she's out there preparing whatever she's preparing, doing what she's doing,
Word. Well, moving right along, we glad that BPM's doing what it's supposed to do. Next up, this next brother right here, he's the OG of the bunch. When we say OG, you know what I'm saying? We don't mean original gangster, we mean original gorilla. Y'all be certain whenever you hear OG mentioned within our circles, within BPM, we talk about original gorillas. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to get it twisted. We ain't talking about OG Bobby Johnson and none of them cats. This cat right here coming up, this brother right here goes by the name of Sundiata Kita Chajua. Give it up for the OG.
My man. What's up, sir?
Thank you, brothers. Pleasure to be here.
Man, how you doing today, brother?
Brother, I'm doing fairly well. I'm doing great right now.
You know,
cats. Yeah.
You know what I like about you? I like how you did what you did. The Luke Mon came with their 5 books, and you said, "Look, I'm gonna top them." I'm 25. You know what I'm saying? They don't trip. They got us with a velour curtain back here. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a 70s black PlayStation film.
Yeah. There were jewels in those too. Now there was at least one jewel out of the 200 films.
Hey man, I'm here with Red Fox grandson, so I'm good. But anyway, moving right along. Tell the folks about your podcast and what should we expect from Baba Sundiata.
But before you do that, but I'm sorry, but forgive the interruption. I do want to lay out a little bit of a carpet here for him, a little bit of a red, black, and green carpet for him.
Lay it out.
Because for me personally, and I've made this point a couple of times on my own show when certain particularly academics come on the program, to point out that one of the mythologies about academia is the ruthlessness, the lack of collegiality, the lack of concern for the people, and that's not always true. And Brother Sundiata is the perfect example of people within the academy who have a deep concern for people in the community, who do their work intellectually to support the people in the community, and within those spaces do work to support other people in the academy, which does not happen very often. It does not happen a lot. So to me, this is a big win that he is joining us, because before funding sources dried up, and I used to be at conferences on a regular basis and a regular participant in the National Council for Black Studies, where I would see Brother Sundiata on a regular basis, or when he was running the legendary Black Scholar Journal, which people have to understand in terms of Black studies and Black intellectualism, has a very particular and special revolutionary history vis-a-vis other journals. He created space for in those spaces for what we're doing here. In other words, he was creating sort of a BPM in a journal in the way that we're trying to do it in this multimedia space. So I'm just very happy to have this brother joining us, a professor of Black Studies, associate, whatever the title is, professor of Black Studies at University of Illinois, and just to me a legend in the game. So Baba Sundiata, thank you very much for working with us, man. It's good to see you, and thanks for coming on the team, man.
Yes,
brother, you humble me, and let me say, like the Lukeman Nation said when I got the call from Jared. Now I'm a print person, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been a guest on podcasts, but I have never done a podcast. So it's gonna be mid-March for our launch, because I'm still gathering ideas and trying to figure out the difference from being an unseen person who's just laying down some words to actually being a personality. So I'm working with a bunch of ideas. I'm gonna build off of my column, Real Talk, from a Black perspective, but I got to drop the subtitle because all of this is from a Black perspective, right? So
pretty much.
But it's going to be real talk, and I'm going to try and move between academia and the movement, working on the basis of what we all are, right? Scholar activists, and create a piece that is rooted in history. So I'm going to do a lot of stuff on historical. I'll bring in some documents, and I'm going to make a reinterpretation of our history central to the podcast. But the idea is that nobody wants to just talk about the past, right? We got to connect it to the present. So it's going to be about historical analysis and how we make the past. It is a weapon, right? We got to understand that history is at the core of the struggle between those people who want to keep this shit the way it is. See, I do cuss. I told you. Y'all was trying to peg me as the conservative. It ain't gonna be like that. But I wanted to push us on a particular point, right? Mm-hmm. And that is to say that at the end of the day, we are servants of the people.
Yes, sir.
And that we have to create vehicles that reach out and snatch people that's on the other team back. Right? And so that's all I was trying to say, is that we got to be sensitive to what our viewers say. But so I want to try and make the point that history is a weapon, and it might be the biggest weapon, right? In the struggle between those people who want to keep this shit the way it is, and those of us who know that we need to create a world where human beings can actually be human beings, particularly a world in which there's Black liberation and that we're building socialist societies. So part of what attracted me was Jared, right? He said, well, this is something that we're doing. Right. And so I knew it was going to be correct, but then he began to lay out the vision, exactly. Right? And the vision was that we have to be the tellers of our story, right? We have to be the people that help our people interpret what their lives are like. Du Bois used this thing. He talked about the gritty and the grime of the Black historical experience. Now, we also going to talk about ecstasy and joy, but we got to dig into the bowels of the Black experience and excavate what the people saw, right? It's like what Carter G. Woodson said. I am interested in what Black people are thinking, feeling, and doing. Fuck the other shit. That's what we're interested in.
What? Wait a minute.
What?
Am I trying too hard, Kamal?
No, wait a minute.
Too hard to fit in.
For the listeners, for the viewers, we had a long thread today. I don't want to talk about company business, but we had a long thread today, and Baba Sundiata was like, "Look, you motherfuckers ain't gonna be cussing." A lot of people need to hear that good old time religion. He done cursed more than me tonight. I'm confused.
Are you saying I said? Motherfuckers. Is that what you saying I said?
Well, no, Baba,
I don't recall.
Hey, Baba, I was tripping, man. I was high when I read it.
Okay, so we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
There is at least one member we have lost forever. He ain't never coming back.
Never.
Anyway,
we understood the centrality of history, and so that's what I'm going to be working with, making that connection. And again, I'm humbled, and it's a pleasure to be here, to be part of this. And I'm looking to develop it, and we'll launch in the middle of March.
All right.
Word. Man, that's an honorable thing. You know, for the viewers, one thing we want to say, we definitely appreciate you all for helping us with this vision. You know what I mean? We are just as excited. We've gotten a lot of positive emails, a lot of positive messages and inboxes and all of that. So we definitely appreciate you because of the fact that it seems that you all agree with what we agree with. That you know, that unification is definitely the key, but not just in thought, but in action. So we definitely appreciate you all. I want to say that yes, let your people know when they come to Black Power Media, we will have some children programming. We will have programming for teens and so on and so forth. But this particular programming with these folks you see on here, you know, we're freedom fighters, we're revolutionaries. So, you know, we're going to use some colorful words. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's anything wrong with it because of the fact that we're in America, and America's a cursed God. It's damn so.
America is,
you know, so we just gonna rock with it anyway.
And I also add, you know, I think part of the beauty of what we're growing here is that there's going to be a whole bunch of different variety of shows. You know what I mean? And we got we're probably going to talk about it soon, but we got this morning show that's going to be coming up. That's going to be all of us plus other unexpected guest hosts that are going to be popping up. We potentially have a show with No Name coming up in a few months or whatever. So we're going to be crossing the gamut on not only just straight hard-hitting political news, but cultural things that's going to be happening in our community. Maybe like youth shows. So we're going to be hitting the gamut. Like we really do believe that we're going to be able to create a network of shows and information that is really going to help move us forward. Shows around political things happening or movements happening in other places. Shows around travel, shows around food, shows around anything that we think moves us forward as a people and a community with that politic that I think the Lukeman Nation has talked about. We Pan-Africanists, we internationalists, we socialists. We are really down. We are down with the people. We are revolutionary nationalists. If you down for that, you bow down for Black control and Black self-determination. This is the network that you need to support. If you down with some of that other stuff, then you shouldn't come here because you're gonna get your feelings hurt.
Definitely get your feelings hurt. Speaking of hurt feelings, this Monday, 7 p.m. This Monday, 7 p.m., Black Power Media will be having a discussion with ADOS. We'll be having a discussion with ADOS on this Monday coming. I forget the date. Was it March 1st?
That is first.
March 1st.
7 p.m. We just want to set the record straight because of the fact that there's a lot of confusion in thought. So we want to present our cases and speak to each other and dialogue with brothers and sisters because of the fact that, you know, we're into we're not out to compete. We're out to complete. You understand what I'm saying? We have a mission. You know what I mean? And we're all African people. Even though some of us, we want to come up with all these different fancy titles, and I'm not this, I'm that, I'm so and so. My people was here first. My people came on a spaceship. Whether you came on a spaceship or a slave ship, we're in the same shit. So at the end of the day, we try to figure out how to break these chains.
Let me just say real quick, because I see a question in the chat about whether they're going to duck me again. I just want to be clear that this is not the leadership. This is not the founders. And in fact, what I think is interesting, at least for me, and why I'm more willing to participate, is because, in fact, Brother Sundiata, they were responding initially on Twitter to what was said during our discussion about a lie of reinvention. So some people got at us on Twitter, and they incorrectly included Dr. CBS, who was not involved with that conversation, and just assumed it was a sort of a BPM thing and not specific to that one conversation. But when long story short, in the exchange on Twitter, it became, because initially I'm not interested in revisiting discussions with the founders and the leaders. They had their chance, they had their time. They've been entirely disingenuous on so many levels that I'm not interested in that. But what these folks said was which I thought was really interesting. They said, you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on between the people in the streets and in the community and those founders. Apparently there is some discord or I don't know. There's something. So they wanted to make it clear that those two don't speak for them, and they have different views, that they are happily ADOS, but they have a different version, and they want to have a cordial, mature. And I was very clear in the email, like, I'm not going for this nonsense that we see even happening on Twitter while you all are trying to set this up privately and politely. My name is getting dragged through the internets, by your crew saying all kinds of wild stuff. And I'm saying I can't control all of that, and I don't care about that. But if they're going to come into our space, then there's going to have to be an understanding that stuff is not that's not going to be tolerated. That's not going to be accepted. We're not going to. We didn't create this space to become punching bags, figuratively or literally, for anybody. So just be clear. So that I think we have a nicely arranged, formatted, respectable platform. There's going to be 4 of their representatives, and I think 3 or 4 of us. And I think it's going to be fruitful. I look forward to it. But maybe some feelings will indeed get hurt.
I hope so. I hope so. Because that, like, my concern,
I definitely can't wait.
Yeah, my concern is what we see on Twitter. It gets into some. Again, I'm not cursing on purpose, but some fuck shit real fast, right? So. My thing is, I don't mind having different opinions and even just saying, look, we are on different political pages. You think this, and I think this, right? Right. And I'm cool with that. So as long as I want to participate, I think I engaged in a lot of the Twitter discussion because I was just interested in seeing what folks actually believe, like what would, and it's supposed to get, you get like these snappy kind of Twitter responses, snarky responses. I'm like, well, that's not a political dialogue to me. And so if you want to take it there, we can go there. But I was more interested in what, not only how you intend to make reparations happen in this particular case, but what is the foundation of your beliefs around who should get it, why, and then why does that also seem to come up with this sort of anti-immigrant and even anti-African sentiments, right? And so if we're misrepresenting that, I want some clarity. But if we're not, then I want to dig deep and say why I think that's, just craziness. So
you're listening to Renegade Culture. You know what I'm saying? This is Renegade Culture Podcast. And tonight we have the Black Power Media Invasion. You know what I'm saying? So it's a wonderful thing. We just want you all to be clear that BPM is not here for tight buys. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be having Twitter wars or any of that type of stuff because of the fact that that's a waste of space. You know what I mean? We already know that we are involved with the working class. Anybody that's out here doing work, putting in work in the community or whatever, one of us or some of us are involved. You know what I'm saying? We are related. So we're not here to debate any ideology, any of that type of stuff. This particular piece right here on Monday is about education. You understand what I'm saying? And we take Dr. John Henrik Clark's position on that. You know what I mean? So I won't go any further on that. Anyway, moving right along.
I think it's really about coming up with solutions. That's what it's really about. And for all our first time people that's logging in and watching the show, please make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Please do. Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that ADOS discussion, I think, dovetails really nicely with the HR 40 discussion we're going to have on Friday at 5:30 with Cam Howard, who's the national male co-chair of NCOBRA, which, you know, is the organization one of the organizations that's been working on reparations for decades, that the original ADOS leadership pretty much dragged through the mud. And their position is very interesting. NCOBRA's position is very interesting. They put out a really interesting letter that we're still trying to figure out how we're going to ask about, because it's really strange, the letter that was sent to Biden. So yeah, this is an interesting time for the discussion about reparations. And I think, you know, in the context of Black liberation, there are a whole lot of questions that need to be asked. Like one of the main ones is how do you demand reparations from a system that's still exploiting the hell out of you? Right. You know, so and we have to be, you know, we have to not be afraid to ask that question, because, you know, some people feel like, well, are you saying that you're not for reparations? No, we have to get our ideology right. We really have to get our arguments and our ideology right, and we can't do that unless we have these discussions. So this is going to be a great two shows, I think, and Dr. CBS's show, which I can't wait for.
Yeah. Out of curiosity for the viewers, I want to ask a question. Who would you like to see as a guest moderator of the Situation on Monday?
That's a good question.
In the comment section. You know what I mean?
That is a good question.
And first of all, can I just say quickly, shout out to everybody with the soda hashtag solidarity of dispersed Africans. I love seeing it. And
somebody tell me
and Brother Omawale, we did not, I saw the question come up. We did not reach out to the foundational church. I actually forgot the whole name. We didn't reach out to the other end of that or another wing of this you know, section or whatever, this argument. We were just responding to the people that were getting at us online, and so that was really it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know about it. I can't speak for everybody, but theoretically, I guess I'm up for a discussion with any principled, you know, again, left of everything. You know, once we're over there, I'm down for a principled discussion with pretty much anybody. You know, so.
And also, you know, let's say that this won't be a platform for bullshit.
Oh, it was a joke. Oh, my bad. He said it was a joke. My bad.
I'm glad he said it was a joke. My skull cap started to curl up. But anyway, I'm like, what the blood clot? So we want to let you all know that BPM will definitely not be a platform for just a bunch of bullshit either. This ain't new debate circuit. You know what I'm saying? We're not those other guys from a few years ago that's debating on what came first, the chicken or the egg, foot or the leg. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got that. Our main purpose is communicating with African people, is educating our people, learning from our people, and growing as a whole. You know what I mean? So we encourage you all to keep on supporting BPM. Also, if you're not a part of an organization, join an organization.
There you go. There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
You have to be organized. Don't just come up on the joint talking smack with us because of the fact when it go down, we ain't gonna be on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Say that.
So check out our websites. You can go to blackpowermedia.org. It's blackpowermedia.org. And also we have thepeoplesarmy.org. Thepeoplesarmy.org is our political wing, where we have a number of different organizations, which would be the mirror of what BPM is on the ground. So anyway, you're listening to Renegade Culture. You're watching Renegade Culture. You know what I mean? We are gonna be closing out shortly. Is that right?
It's about to be a wrap.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be up here with you all night. You know,
Me and Gary, I know 2-hour show on, so 4-hour show on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's right. Anyway,
by the way, he's gonna be on with me Monday at 1 o'clock. I think 1 o'clock. by the way. So
Omawale?
come check that out too. Omawale, Africa. Yeah.
Shout out to
Oh,
Omawale,
All right, all right.
Omawale out in Philly.
Because we recycling everybody through all the shows.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Omawale, we're gonna see you on the joint coming up. You know what I mean? I know. I heard Omawale's working on another documentary.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that. Well, he'll have to break it down.
Might just be a rumor. Who knows? Well, let's check out the one he has out now. Anyway, you listen to Renegade Culture. Check out the for those of you who want to support financially, we have a Patreon, and the Patreon is Kamal.
Black Power Media at Patreon. Y'all thought I was gonna mess that up, but I know that now.
I was surprised. Kamal don't mess the money up. You might mess that nigga. You don't know nobody's name. When it comes to Black Power Media, it's B with a BPM. Yeah, cool. So go to Black Power Media. Definitely support our Patreon. We're using that to fuel what it is we're doing on the ground and on the air, of course. We want to point out that when you hear the word media, it's not just going to be about podcasts. You know what I mean? We intend on growing. Bringing 24-hour broadcasting, news, information, culture, the whole nine. Like Baba Sundiata talked about, the print, all of that.
That's right.
We need to control our narrative wholeheartedly, but we can only do it with your support. We can't do it, just coming on kicking the Willy Bobo. You know what I mean?
You giving that money to Sean King for no good damn reason.
I meant Sean King and Umar Johnson. But anyway, between them two cats alone, they could have funded our whole nation. But anyway,
oh wow!
I'm sorry, I don't y'all down with them, but fuck them. Anyway,
yeah.
Renegade Cultures in the building. Any closing words from our comrades? We want to go down the line real quick. Starting with Baba Sundiata.
I'd say, just make sure you watch all of the shows, and we're gonna build this thing out. And I think, as Jared used to say, we're gonna become Beast Band.
Okay,
that's it.
24 hours.
That's it.
No doubt. That's what's happening.
All right.
The Luke Mon Nation in the building. Them two cats. My man got rid of his shades. Y'all missed him when he first came on. He came on looking like Stevie Charles.
I didn't want people to think I punched him in the eye or anything.
I thought you did, but go ahead.
See what I mean? See. We're really excited to be a part of this, and to just dig into some serious issues that affect our people, poor, working class, oppressed, Black people, people of color in this country and around the world, with a little bit of Christian Marxism and goofiness and chicken grease on the side. You know how we do.
Well, I just wanted to add too, because I've been on watching the loops, and I've been trying to promote every show the best I can, and one of the things I'm just going to let those who do come on BPM, I feel like this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I speak from my heart. I feel we're not here to entertain. So like when you have 100 people watching us, but then you only got people who 14 likes. So if you're going to come to BPM, if you truly support us, hit the like button, get the notifications, subscribe, and even join. But I mean, when Jackie and I got into this, one of the things we said we wasn't star chasing. And so, so we here, man, for a purpose. We're not here to entertain.
Word. That's
right on.
Word.
Mr. Ball.
So first, I just want to say, I appreciate somebody said the doctor, because I'm still paying for it. That's the only reason why I wanted to be acknowledged at this point, because I'm still fucking paying for it. So
those ministers are our in-house minister.
I appreciate that. Good looking out. So for me, I just want to quickly say that because of this project, I believe, at least, one of my favorite people in the world is coming out of her own sort of political, I don't know, media shadows to join me tomorrow. Sister Suzette Gardner, who is just this brilliant sister who's going to talk to us about tech, Africa, the African world, and the tech community, which is something I don't think we talk enough about. And And I just want to echo what everybody and since Sister Ricky asked for the live stream, I'm going to set up the playlist and we'll get it kicking again, get the 24-hour thing kicking again as soon as we wrap up here. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching, who's here with us building this thing. I think I'm just incredibly excited and honored to be with this group. And I'm, I can't wait for all the stuff that's coming. So like everybody has said, please like, share, and subscribe. The more that I know I'm learning about the algorithms, we really need it. Like we get, I keep saying it, we keep talking about it. We get yellow lighted and red lighted on these things just off the political content. We're not going to raise a lot off the ad revenue. So we really need membership. We really need the likes to get the algorithms to circulate the videos, all that kind of stuff. And then really we need the Patreon support as well beyond that, because to the extent that this platform is not guaranteed, we need to be able to move and keep it moving when YouTube decides they don't feel like dealing with Black Power anymore. So all of that said, I'm honored. I'm looking forward to it. Again, thanks everybody. I really appreciate this. And like Fred Hampton, you say, peace if you're willing to fight for it. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, thanks for the horn. Give me the horn.
He was trying to close out the show. It's like, this ain't not mixed with our life. You don't close out.
This is just my spot. That was just my spot. I know it's not over. That was just for me. I was wrapping me up.
I thought that was one bald light-skinned dude to another bald light-skinned dude.
I think that's what it was, man. I'm confused over here. And I want to go on record right now in front of in front of all the audience and let y'all know that there's going to be some competition between these shows.
That's right.
We together on this track. They better turn up. Y'all better keep up. Renegade Culture. Tell you that right now. We family.
Okay,
you know
I see. We got to turn down some of the light skin. I see.
Right.
I see this, right?
Yep. We're about to go supernova on us, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom.
Anyway,
She said, turn us down. Come out. What's messed up, man?
I don't know, man.
come out.
Oh my God. Oh, I have to
Come out.
You know what? Yeah, it is getting kind of light in here, right?
Wow.
I had to do it. Now I'm good.
Come on. What we got?
Y'all all like us, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about.
I don't know.
Around
here. Anyway,
I just want to say that, and for us, for Renegade Culture, we're going to keep up. We've been doing some themes of talking to our ex-political prisoners and some folks who are still political prisoners and folks related to political exiles. And so we're going to keep up on that theme for a little bit. We're going to obviously keep on bringing you new music, guests from different political circles, so that we can make sure that, we do our thing, a little bit of a mix. We down with that politics, and we have a little jokes and some little fun while we're doing it. So y'all keep on listening and keep on watching us. Our SoundCloud, come check us out there for the audio, but for the video, when you can sit down and watch and take place, you got to come to Black Power Media on YouTube, and you catch us live and catch us doing this kind of stuff. So peace out.
You all did get the first Jaleel interview. I'm a little salty, a little jealous, I'm like, but that was hot.
We got connects.
It was.
He came here first.
That's right. Hey, I like how Jared said he came here first. He threw the BBM back
in. It's facts, though.
Hey,
but it is facts. He came. This is to you all. I mean, in all due respect, he came to Renegade Culture first.
Yes.
I mean, but it's dope. I think political prisoners know where they need to go.
Right.
We appreciate all of you. We appreciate being a part of this ourselves. It is an honor for us as founding members to even be included amongst the righteous. One thing George Jackson said was that he would never be counted amongst the broken men, and we would definitely not be counted amongst the broken men and women. We're going to continue to fight, and we're going to continue to win. We will be victorious in spite of ourselves. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in to Renegade Culture Podcast. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to Black Power Media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Black Power Media is the beautiful umbrella that's keeping us all safe around this piece.
All right.
Till next time.
Y'all be safe, y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, Kamal.
Yes, sir.
They're still on. The guests are still on.
Guess what?
The
What?
guests are still on.
I know.
Okay.
Guess what? We have another. We got some more to go. We got an interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's about to go down with who we interview?
Oh, Ife Jai, the artist, will be coming up right next. So stay tuned, good folks. Ife Jai will be coming on in a second. I almost forgot about that interview. I must be out my mind.
Yeah,
but,
that's why I'm here.
Thank
and
you,
also, don't forget Sunday at 8 p.m. Sundays, you will hear the live mix from yours truly right here on BPM. And right after that, I'm dropping the doctor's office, and my first interview is going to be with.
Oh my, me?
Moi? That's right.
You gonna ask her why you wearing that hat? You gonna ask her why you wearing that hat?
Definitely. Definitely.
If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this hat? Anyway.
Oh, somebody said they wanted a bold question. We're gonna do that next week.
Worldwide, we're gonna do that next week. We want to thank you all. Go Travel Abroad, Niambi, Asantiwa, 225 Worldwide, Les Ismore, these glasses getting foggy. Culture 88, Derek Fuller, Lisa Catlett.
That's Scully.
Who else we got up there? You're gonna leave my Scully alone, man. That dot on the middle of your head. Ricky Ryan, Marcus, you know what I mean? David Silberg. If I missed anybody, Jadorian, Leah Boggs, we ain't hating on light skins, everything all good. You know what I mean? With the revolution movement. In fact, to show y'all that we not hating on light skin, our next guest, she as light as they come. Give it up for my sister, Ife Jai. Salute.
Ife.
Yeah.
Ife. Hey, can you hear us?
Okay. Kamal's MIA at this particular moment in time. We had to go powder his nose. But at this particular minute, you know what I'm saying, we got the ear doctor on the wrong side of the boards. How you doing here tonight?
Hey, man, you know, I got to do these boards on this side now since we're doing it live.
Okay. So,
yeah.
All right. For those who don't know, this is Kalanja Jamachenko alongside
the ear doctor.
As we just mentioned, and tonight we have very special guests. Lady in the red hats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Artist right here she's not just an artist, she's an activist as well.
Yes, she is. I seen her all around the place performing on stages, tearing it down. So she does a thing.
Okay. So the ill thing, she has a brand new project out. Sister goes by the name Ife Jai. What's happening, Ife? How you feeling?
What's really good, y'all? What's really good? It's so good to be in the space with y'all, man. I really appreciate this opportunity to come talk my talk. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's an excellent thing. It's funny, a couple of days ago and whatnot, Ife hit me. She's like, yo, I'm gonna be on the show Thursday.
All right. So we had a little technical difficulties going on there.
Yeah, so basically, of course, we just did the live, but we had the other segment was pre-recorded. So our apologies. We will be posting it tomorrow so that it to come correct with what it is we need. We appreciate you all. Thank you very much for joining Renegade Culture Podcast tonight. And we out of here.
Yeah. Peace out.
Check the full broadcast tomorrow.
We're gonna check y'all out. Tune in this Sunday for Sundays. We're gonna mix every genre together. Y'all gotta be there. Yeah, we out. Peace.